So here we are in my garage, and this is my yak stack. So let's come up here and we'll take a look at what I got here. First one is a Old Town Loon, 15-foot tandem with rudder. We have a Carolina 14 with rudder. And then the one we're talking about today is the Prodigy, Perception Prodigy 12-foot. And then on top of my stack is another Perception America 11-foot. So let's take a look at the Prodigy 12 by Perception. Come over here, and it's, one reason I think we bought this, it's actually, we do a lot of RVing, and we were taking the tandem, and it was just a beast to haul. So we went with the 12-foot just for, it's 53 pounds, just for the ease of loading and taking camping. We plan on wife and kid using this, probably more than me. I'll be in the Carolina. So it's kind of a recreational type kayak. I still take the Carolina 14, that's my baby, and I take it camping with us, but the Prodigy goes with us, and then the little 11-foot America. Just a smaller boat's a lot easier to take RVing. So I'm gonna take it off the wall and we'll kind of look it over here. So we've already nicknamed this the banana boat. My son said it looks like a banana that's ripening. So let's take a look at it. Again, one feature I like is the 51-inch cockpit. It's super easy to get in and out of. We have the zone seating, which is the exact seat that the Carolina has. This back, it will come up and adjust, and then this can come up. Really comfortable seating. You've got thigh pads, a little bit low. It's hard to get your knees under them, but and then the foot pegs. I'm 6'2", it fits me. I think if you're over 6'2", you might have problems with this, but I think you can adjust the rails forward, and we might do that for my son. Dry storage in the back. It has a little bulkhead, watertight bulkhead. And I've noticed on this also, the little hole there is a rudder hole. So you can put a rudder on this. Honestly, I don't know a 12-foot boat if you need a rudder on a 12-foot boat. So I've turned the boat over so we can see the underside. Again, you have a nice sharp cut keel here. It goes into what we call the tracking channels. This nice deep groove that you're seeing along here. Water gets in that channel and tracks the boat straight. And that's kind of what I call the perception mold, the tracking channel. If you look over here again, the Carolina 14 has a tracking channel, and the America has a tracking channel again. And once again, back to the Prodigy 12, you can see that deep channel, and I am just completely sold on that. The water gets in there and just, it holds the boat straight, and just love Perception. So I'm going to say the Prodigy 12, I would highly recommend this. This is a pretty good boat for beginners, people that are a little uncomfortable with water. It's very stable, tracks really good. Again, it's real comparable to that Carolina 14, which is kind of a performance boat. So I'm really impressed with it for a 12-foot. It passed the test with me. I mean, even if you're a serious paddler, you could be caught in this boat. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a pretty good boat all the way around. And so let's go to one of my favorite places, the Pueblo Reservoir, and it's actually January, so a little bit icy out there. If you're going to kayak in winter conditions, use a little caution. Remember that water is pretty cold, and if you go in, you might not come out. So let's head out to the Pueblo Reservoir, and we'll take a look at the Prodigy 12 on the water. Hey, we're out here at Pueblo Reservoir. It's January 18th. Look at that lake. It's just perfectly calm, beautiful. One nice thing about the Pueblo Reservoir here in Colorado, one of the only lakes you can kayak year-round. All the high country lakes are frozen, and I think there's only a couple lakes that I know of you can kayak year-round. But so the Prodigy 12, one thing I like about this kayak is the large cockpit. I believe it's 41 inches. But when I kayak, I like to do a lot of, exploring and jumping in and out of the kayak. I beach it. And one thing I like about this is, you have a lot of room, to get in and out. It's quite easy. So one thing about the Prodigy 12 that I don't like, you have the pads here under the coaming, for putting your knees under. And this is just kind of a natural position here. If I want to put my knees under that padding, I really kind of have to force them in there. And it kind of puts a little stress on the heels of the feet. So you kind of have to jam your knees under that thing. It needs to be higher up, just a couple inches. One thing I like about Colorado lakes is just look how clear that water is. Just amazingly clear. Usually you can see 20, 30 foot deep if the water's calm. So the Prodigy 12, I would say it tracks really good. I compare it to my Carolina 14. For a 12-foot boat, it's tracking equal to that. The Perception mold with the tracking channel is just exceptionally good kayak design. Tracking's good, the stability is good, the speed is good. All around, this boat's pretty comparable. I like the big cockpit because I do a lot of exploring on shore. We have kind of this rocky cliff, and it's fun just to beach the kayak and kind of climb out on the rocks. And there's a lot of hiking trails out here, so I like the easy in and out with this large cockpit. If you're going to put a skirt on, you might go with a 38-inch, 39-inch cockpit. But one of the big benefits I like to this boat is just the big cockpit. It makes it easy in and out, especially for wife and kids, and for me. For all the shore exploring I do and picnicking, and it's just a lot of fun. It's an easy boat to access, so I really like it. Boy, wintertime kayaking, just spectacular things you can see. This appears to be groundwater that has maybe seeped out from the shell rock. I don't think it has come over the top. Kind of seeped out and formed these little icicles. Just beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I kind of informed you a little bit about the Prodigy 12. I'd highly recommend it. I'm not disappointed, other than the knee pads are hard to get under. Love to give it a 5-star, but for that reason, 4.5. If you're maybe shorter, it's a 5-star boat. But the knee pad issue, a little uncomfortable for me. So excellent boat, very pleased with it. Probably a 4.5 star. I would recommend this for a beginner or an intermediate paddler. So again, thanks for watching and enjoy.